Hello. Have you ever been worried about a zombie apocalypse? Honestly, same. But I'm more worried about talking to myself in front of a camera. Well, so we all kind of have zombie apocalypses happening in our bodies. And I'm gonna tell you why. Senescent cells are these cells in our bodies that are zombie-like. And what they do is, over time, they build up. And they're basically cells in between the state of dead and alive. Now, the causes. Essentially, there are a few main causes of senescent cells. There is telomere attrition, there's oxidative stress, and then there's oncogenic signaling. You know our cells divide, right? So when our cells divide, they copy DNA from chromosome to chromosome. But this process is not perfect, and it cuts off a little bit of DNA at the ends. So what our body does is, we don't want to lose all this valuable DNA information. So our body has these things called telomeres. And essentially what telomeres do are they're like the eyelets on the ends of our shoelaces. And they're essentially dispense little bits of DNA on the ends of our chromosomes. And they're DNA sequences that are repeated and that we don't need. Essentially, after a little while, telomeres get cut off, more and more. And until about 50 to 70 times, and that's the Hayflick limit. And that's when your cells become senescent. Now we're gonna talk about oxidative stress. So oxidative stress, it's when you have a ton of free radicals in your body. They're basically molecules that have lost an electron and need to get one. So they form like a chain of molecules trying to get electrons from each other. And it just goes on and on and on. Endless process, and not good for your body. So you can combat free radicals with things called antioxidants. But the thing about antioxidants is that you need, well, one example is an orange, but you need 72 oranges a day to actually be able to get rid of your free radicals. And while that would be possible, you probably die of overconsumption of water first. Anyways, oxidative stress essentially induces cellular senescence. Now I'm going to tell you about how to get rid of those zombies in your body. One is just stop being stressed. And this isn't as simple as it sounds, but less stress actually leads to higher telomere length, as a ton of studies have found. There's a study with single mothers, and essentially what happened was single mothers with higher levels of stress ended up having way shorter telomeres than the ones who didn't. And then there's autophagy. So now we're getting to the part where you're actually working with your senescent cells. So essentially autophagy is an immune system in your body. And it's basically the protein P26. And what it does is it initiates an immune system. And this immune system gets rid of all of your senescent cells. Well, not all, most of them. Because this immune system's able to destroy your cells and regenerate new ones. And this can be initiated by intermittent fasting or exercise, etc. Bye! Thank you for watching my video.